All right. So the Knicks win. I'm excited. I'm gonna move some things around here. Have NFL stuff up here for obvious reasons. Not the most important reason, but an obvious reason. All right. Let me see what happened. What's going on? Okay. We go here to NBA scores. And probably got too many things going on at one time. But ABA scores. And want to put this on the screen so that you guys can see it. Though I know you are aware. Kerry Cox is in the building. The son of the legend is in the house. Okay. DSJ is in the house. All right. All right. Why is it always my camera is weird, man? It's like I'm always I have too many cameras up top. That's probably what's going on. I probably got too many cameras up top. Corey Lee is in the building. You do this. Oh man. So the Knicks win, right? I want to share something. Ron is in the building. What's good, Ron? Whitaker is in the building. What's good? What's good? Obi is doing the same exact thing, right? Yep. Yep. He just wasn't it, bro. Obi just wasn't it. D Block is in the building. D Block, what's happening? I'm getting myself together here, man. I got some stuff going up here. Just trying to do a little something here. White Falcon is in the building. BT, how you doing, man?
Good evening, sir. I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am well.
Would you like a spot of tea?
Uh, why is this not showing? Um,
Go ahead, do your thing, man, because I got tons of negative and tons of positive.
all right, let's start with the negatives. Let's do some negative stuff.
All right. You want me to just get right into it?
Yeah, your first negative thing.
All right. First thing, turnovers. First half, we had one turnover the first half, and then Hartenstein, Randall got a turnover. We ended up with 9 turnovers.
Okay.
I don't know what we did different, but I noticed that when I want to call them the third team, Sims, McBride, and all of them got on, we were just
Right.
way too relaxed. And we even
Right.
got relaxed at the start of the third quarter.
Right.
It was like once Grimes hit his 2 shots, everyone started saying, okay, we could relax a little bit. Um, Free throws, we went 20 for 30 in free throws, which is 66%.
That's
Bad.
terrible. That's
That is
terrible.
so bad. And it's against the Hornets. We were going to the line.
Yeah.
Our 3-point percentage, I think we were like 40%. I'm not sure. I think it was like 41 or 42. but I
Right.
think we did good at the three because I know we were like at 50% before the fourth quarter before we took out RJ.
Right.
Um, hmm, what else was a negative? Hartenstein fouling out the game. I don't know how you foul out the game when you're playing and you're the backup guy.
Right.
That showed a big problem because who's gonna back up Hart like what just happened here? Hartenstein, they took out Robinson to let him rush for the rest of the game. Hartenstein fouls out. Then we had Sims out there who I'm sorry, Sims, McBride, all of them, they need more practice time because they just I don't know what it was. It took Sims a while, like a good 3-4 minutes to actually score and get to the line. And then it was like that was it. DiVincenzo did good. Hart did okay. He was consistent with his
Hey, Chris.
gameplay. But yeah, coaching adjustments. Tibbs didn't make it that many. He just ran with the first team.
Okay.
So, and then, like I said, just basically is more, but it's a conversation. I don't want to just dominate like I always do.
Right. Right. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? Chris can't hear us.
Chris, your battery. You forgot to put in the new battery in your hearing aid. I'm joking. It's a house party reference.
Yeah. 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 Shout out to I got Chris. Yeah, Chris not really that but Jay Boogie, shout out to the chat and the Freezie show on this beautiful Sunday evening. Blessings, health, and happiness. My family, salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna okay. All right, what other negative you got? That should be about it, right? No?
Yeah, that should be about it.
Um Hey man, I honestly I don't have any negatives. I'm excited about the win. I'm excited about the win. The Knicks win against a team that did show some fight on the road. Um I saw Julius Randle more involved with the team. The fact that Randle had 3 steals makes me think that he's on his way back. Randall was fairly decent from the floor. RJ Barrett is a stud. My only point of contention is that we couldn't stop Charlotte from scoring like I wish we could have. Now, mind you, Charlotte was hot coming into this game, right? Or playing fairly well coming into the game, right? But I want to show everybody this. Charlotte was shooting 29% from 3. Today, they shot 34% from 3. That concerns me some. That concerns me. Charlotte shot 46% from the floor. We were holding teams to 45%. That concerned me some also. Um,
But
I
do
know
you?
a lot of that had to do with Nick Richards getting a lot of late dunks,
That's what I was gonna say.
right? But at the same time, PJ Washington was 1 for 8, and it looked like it. Gordon Hayward was 3 for 9, and it looked like it, right? My only thing is LaMelo, 13 of 20. LaMelo was 32, 7, and 6. And we can't let LaMelo Ball have those type of nights against us.
We're actually lucky that Brad Miller went down. I hate to say it, but if he was in the game, his 20 probably would have made the game a lot closer because he would have got 20. He was heating up early.
Yeah, Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller, sorry.
Yeah,
I gotta
Brandon
stop
Miller.
saying Brad Miller.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Grimes' defense was pretty good. He went against Hayward. They switched him on Hayward. Grimes did his things, but it was like after that, the 2 3-pointers, he just stayed at the 3-point line. He wasn't even moving until they pulled him out the game.
yeah. I saw something different, bro. I saw Quentin Grimes getting cooked like I never saw him get cooked before, bro. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not nitpicking.
No,
And
you right. He did get cooked.
chat. I'm not nitpicking. Trust me, I'm not. Right. But man, it appeared to me that Quentin Grimes was getting cooked out there, bro.
He was.
And it wasn't even a height thing. It was just a flat out quickness thing. LaMelo is just quick
Blowing right
like that.
past him.
I don't know if he's fast, but he is definitely quick and crafty, and I think that gave Grimes problems.
He has a long stride to where his first step, because of that long stride, actually becomes a good first step because he's able to get that distance he needs and control the ball to get to the rack. That's what I was also going to bring up. I was going to say they didn't shoot the three ball, if I remember correctly, that much, but it was mostly drives to the basket and jump shots, and it was as if they used our own methods against us as opposed to shooting the long ball. They did later in the game, but if you were looking at when the first 2 quarters, they were driving to the rack, getting to the rim, trying to draw fouls.
Yeah. Yeah. So Bo said he thinks Brunson was getting cooked by Melo. I didn't see that. I saw that maybe once. And it may have occurred more than once.
Charging
Right.
fouls.
But I'm not concerned with that because overall the defense looked good. But DSJ says nope. Grimes got blown by often by LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. Yep, I saw that. He's yeah, no, yeah, Bo. I'm not watching it again. I saw it. I saw it, bro. I saw it. Yeah, Grimes was getting cooked by LaMelo, bro, and it wasn't even. One time he went around the screen, and I'm not nitpicking. I'm glad we won. I'm absolutely super duper excited and glad we won. But yeah. And the only reason why I point this out is not because I want to pick on Grimes. I just want to make sure that Grimes is in the right role. Right? Right. I just want to make sure that Grimes is in the right role. Should he be guarding guys 6'7" and things like that? I don't know. I don't know.
I think we're starting to see some of his limitations when we play other teams. Like, not just the height, but if they're like, let's say, like Charlotte, they have a lot of quick players, like that could get to the basket quickly. Either they're fast or they have somewhat of good handles, but it's like he's getting beat off of that, like the one-on-one defense. He can help with the trailing defense. He can stay up on you and get the block, or he could stay with you on a switch off. But when it comes to that one-on-one defense, it looks like he got some weaknesses.
Yeah, I would. Okay. Right. Right. So who do the Knicks have? The Knicks play the Celtics tomorrow?
Yes.
Good. I think that's a showdown game. The Knicks have won what, 4 in a row? I think the Knicks have won 4 in a row.
I thought it was 3. We won Charlotte. We won San
3 in a row.
Antonio. Yeah, I thought it was 3.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see here. What was I doing?
I'm a little bit worried though, because there was at least 2 times I seen RJ land and he kind of like was hobbling. He did it the first time in the second quarter, then again in the third, and then later in the game I saw him hobbling for a minute. They had to give him a timeout and he stayed in. But I thought it was funny when Randall was like, "Yo, Tibbs, I need to get out. I want out." And Tibbs was like, "No, you need to score one more time before you get out."
Right.
And he got the air one. He like, "Get me out this game." He like, "Nah, I'm keeping you in." I thought that was funny because I was like classic Tibbs, but he let him out like 30 seconds later. I'm just saying the whole gestures. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was hilarious when Quickley started diming everybody up, right? So Quickley started diming everybody up, right?
Yeah.
And when he got to 9 assists, they took him out of the game.
True, and then also when he hit that first 3 point at the end of the first quarter, he popped that three. What the coach do? Did you see him dance? The coach walk up to him like, "Yo, what you doing?" He's like, "My fault, coach. My fault." I started laughing. I'm like, "You gotta kind of be happy that he's like that, but you also gotta respect that." Quickly knew he overstepped his boundary a little bit by showing off, but he
Right.
got back into his game. I
Right.
just like little things like that. I kind of picked up on. I thought was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. I there were a few things, man. There were a few things. I'm totally I'm totally into um Quickly at the point guard right now. I'm totally into Emmanuel Quickly at point. Right. I think Quickly is the best backcourt playmaker on this team,
Yeah.
bar none.
I agree. Plus, he's him also coming off the bench kind of creates. He can facilitate as well as create offense. Everyone I've heard some people say he should start, and I'm like, no, because then our second team is at a great disadvantage.
Right.
But I
Right.
wanted to ask you, did you not see the Randall and Mitchell doing double screens when Brunson had the ball at the 3 point line?
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't understand why they needed to do that because the defense was just waiting till once he set the screen. If you notice, the defense was shifting to where they could somewhat try to box out Mitchell because we didn't really have anybody who got, I think, more than 9 rebounds. Mitchell, like he didn't even get his 11. So, but we still got 40 as a team, which is impressive. But still,
Right. Right. So they ran certain plays during the game against Charlotte that they didn't have to. They didn't feel like Charlotte was a threat because they didn't run their best offensive sets during the game. Right. They ran a lot of what they ran last season. Um I just felt like they didn't fear Charlotte, which
yeah,
is a good thing, which is a good thing if you're a Knicks fan.
yeah, because we probably would have overdid something and then ended up losing probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just proves that this Knicks team is really confident.
I agree with that. The second team is this is a really good thing because once Brunson, RJ, and Randall are consistent, and we actually get Mitchell more involved with his post game that I saw him do against Charlotte. Because when he's going up against a natural big like he was with Williams, he was posting them up, and I'm looking and I'm like, maybe that's what it is. He kind of got to get some more confidence, regardless of size or quickness of the center. He needs to just be posting them up.
Right. Right.
And hit those free throws. Come on.
Knicks, yeah, we gotta hit free throws, y'all.
I'm
We
talking
gotta hit
about
free throws.
like 50 before practice, 50 after practice. Like in your sleep, you should be laying in your bed just shooting at free throws, dreaming of it.
We gotta
Because
yeah, we gotta hit free throws, man. We gotta hit free throws.
because I like the last game we played before this one when we had 94% from free throws. I was like, whoa, that's like a record, 94%. Like, we only had one miss. I mean, we
Right.
did go to the line 18 times. Like, we shot 18 free throws and we went 17 for 18. But that was like, whoa, that's what we need. I'm not saying every night, but we need to be as a team like 80%.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, the free throw thing is definitely there. The free throw thing is definitely there. Man, we gotta hit free throws. Right. Um, and if we are, I'm trying to pull up the. I'm sorry for seeming distracted, but I'm trying to pull up the schedule for the next couple of days, and my computer is running excessively slow. I'll get it. I'll get it at some point. But
I was gonna say if you give me a sec, I could just talk over it because I got my phone. Hold on, let me pull up the next schedule.
yeah,
I actually like the fact we had a 12 o'clock game. We were like the only game like that. I actually like that.
yeah, yeah. I think the Knicks prefer that too. Since they have a back to back, they can get this game over with and get a few
Mm-hmm.
hours of additional rest.
Yeah.
And for Boston, yeah. So we have Boston tomorrow night at 7:30, and then Atlanta Wednesday at 7:30. So this might be a really light week right here. If we can get past Boston, then I think we'll be in high cotton, so to speak.
Because then we got Atlanta, Washington. Dang, we got another back to back after the Atlanta series. We got
Yep.
Washington and then Charlotte again.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
And then the Timberwolves on the 20th. Ah. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for the next month, I think honestly, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games to end out the month.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
only see 2, maybe 3 losses. Timberwolves, Suns, and maybe Detroit if Durant's playing. Because if him and Mitchell are going at it, I want to see if that works. Because it'll help out Mitchell. But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. 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 Well. Let me say this. I'm gonna take this off the joint, man, and so I won't be so distracted up here. Let me bam. There we go. How about this? Yeah. So the thing is, a team of our caliber, we can't afford to give away anything. Y'all know that, right? So we can't give away free throws. We can't give away offensive rebounds. We can't feel like we can't play overconfident. We got to come into every game. We got to come into every game feeling as if um we have to respect our opponents, basically.
yep.
And in this game, I felt like we didn't respect our opponent, so to speak. I felt like in this game, I felt as if we probably um
We took it light.
could take them light. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you really look at it, Randall, Brunson, and Mitchell, I think were out of the game in like midway through the third quarter. They didn't take RJ out to like 2, 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And then it was like 7 minutes in, then they took out Hartenstein because he fouled out. So I think it was a little bit too relaxed. But they still did their thing. Like you got 5 guys in the double digits, 3 guys that scored 20 plus. We would have had Quickley had we didn't rush him off. He had 17. He probably could
Yeah,
have
he had
got
9
another.
assists. He was
Yeah.
diamond. He was diamond in the fourth quarter, and the
Yeah.
Knicks saw that and snatched him off the floor. Now, I'm not gonna say that's politics, but how does your backup point guard get
Mm-hmm.
9 assists and your starting point guard get 1 assist? How does your backup point guard get considered a true point guard and the guy that's the best playmaker on the team be considered a combo guard? I think there's something to it.
I just think Maxi's actually trying to show diversity because he could do both. Like,
Maxey?
I mean, I'm actually my fault. Quickly, my fault. See, that's the
Right.
problem. Quickly and Max, them two, I think, is brothers, like yin and yang, like the double dragon type twins. But
Right, right.
no, Quickly to me, I think is he's just showing his skill set for any team. Like, yo, I'm diverse. I could also pass and score because last year, a lot of people were just saying Quickly is an offensive guy. He doesn't really have the defense, but he does because he does knock out passes and contest shots, and that's another thing. We contested a lot of shots today more than we did any other time. And even Mitchell was a little bit too aggressive, but with Quickly, I think he's showing, hey, look, not only can I pass, but me and Hart are going to control the second team by making sure we keep up the offense and we keep up the pace. Because when Quickly's there and Hart is there and DiVincenzo, all three of them are running like horses at a freaking horses
Yeah.
on at a horse race. Like if you see it constantly, the ball's getting two, three passes down court. You see them constantly moving. Those three
Right.
are like constantly in motion, and I like it. But I think quickly he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make sure you guys pay me right. I think he wants longevity. I don't really think he cares about starting because if he's playing this well coming off the bench for us behind Brunson, I think he'll just be happy to have the longevity and a guaranteed job, especially with us because he started with us. But Brunson, he's not a facilitator. Brunson's game has always been the dominating scorer, get hot when your team needs you to start scoring type point guard. Because most people that's what they go for. Not most teams don't even know what to look for when they find a guard that can pass or play defense. So I'm just happy we got it quickly because that's what we need to make sure when Brunson needs a time off, we got quickly to keep it going. It's a different
Okay.
pace, but it's a good game.
Okay. Um. Interesting. Interesting. Um. I'm gonna say that. I like Quickly in this role. I don't like Quickly as a limited player off the bench though.
He's not really limited though.
Well, yeah, he limited.
I mean, I maybe because of what I
So quickly is limited because of the mere fact that we have Jalen Brunson and other guys that are ball dominant, and so that limits Emmanuel Quickly's minutes on the floor.
okay, that
So
makes sense.
so when in the sense of Emmanuel Quickly, yo, Audi was good. Yeah, the thing is, Quickly is limited because of the number of small guards we have and the minutes distribution. So in an ideal world, even if Quickly was the sixth man, you'd see a lot more of the um you would see a lot more of the Jalen Brunson and Emmanuel Quickly playing together and Grimes playing off the ball. But with Grimes off the ball, that means you can't play Josh Hart. And so they feel like they have to play Josh Hart. So if they have to play Josh Hart and they have to play Grimes, that means Quickly's minutes are going to get sliced into. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights is in the building. Chef NYK is in the building. What's good, y'all?
But can I ask this question just to play devil's advocate? If you say he's limited, but he's producing like he is now, I think he's at 16 points because he was at 14 the other day. He's giving you 16 off the bench and like 6 assists. So even in the limited time he's getting, he's still producing enough to help in the team. So it's not really a bad thing to have.
What was the question?
No, no, no. You said that he's limited, but I
No, no,
said
no.
that,
You
no,
said
no,
you
no, no.
said
You're
let me
right.
you
No,
said let me play devil advocate and ask you a
yeah. The
question.
question is even though the minutes of him being limited minute wise, like you just said, him being that productive, how is that a bad thing? Because if he had more time, of course he would be doing more. But the conflict is with the limited time he's producing. So how is that a bad thing if you see what I'm saying? Like, how is that a bad thing? He's limited on time,
No, I
but he's
don't understand.
producing so
Just
much.
tell me what you think about it. What do you think?
I like it because it gives us options. Some games Brunson is going to be off like today, or we could give him a rest day and like quickly go out there and run. Because I don't think that it's a negative that whether he has limited time or he's fighting for minutes, he still is the most solid contributor we have off the bench. He still is going to be consistent thus far for the season. So anywhere we put him, he's going to help us. Now, as opposed to, let's say, for example, Hart would do more damage with more minutes, I think, over Quickley because Quickley can provide offense in both scoring and in passing and even in rebounding and even some defensive skills.
Okay.
Hart, to me, can only really just do rebounding and assist and every once in a while hit a shot. So Quickley in the limited time does more for the team than anybody else we have. So if we have him, use him.
Right. Right. Okay. I can see what you mean there. My thing with Brunson and Quickly and Hart and DiVincenzo and Grimes and Randall and RJ to an extent is um I think they all have roles, but I don't think they have clear defined roles. And the reason why I say that is because I think all are growing and improving in their roles. So they want to push the limit to what it is that they can do offensively and defensively. And sometimes that calls for taking risks. And so sometimes you're going to see a smidge of inconsistency. The thing with Quickly in a limited role is I think his role is limited against certain teams because you don't want to waste your bullets. And what's good, man? Travel vibes in the building. Yeah, I think you don't want to waste your ammo, so to speak. In certain situations like today, I thought Tibbs didn't want to waste his ammo. It's the reason why um IQ only played 26 minutes. Wow, he played 26 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so he
Any
did
way
play a
you
lot.
use him, he's
Yeah,
gonna help. 9 assists,
yeah.
he did better than Brunson. And come on, man, that's what we need. I'm just glad we have him.
Right,
If we
right,
didn't have him, we wouldn't be where we're at.
right. Chat, are y'all ready to have the Quentin Grimes conversation?
Your ham sandwich with extra cheese, with the Gouda cheese.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna kill my boy. Look, I love all these guys, and I only criticize because I know that they can do better. And once they do better and they're successful, even if they lose, you won't hear me say nothing. I'll be like, hey, but if I'm picking out these mistakes, it's only because I know they could do better. I'm not hating. I'm just creative criticism.
Yeah. I think the team is pretty good, but I still believe that this team should consider going after a guy. Right. Because I think this team at right now, I think this team is a solid second round team. A solid second round team.
Okay.
But anything beyond that, chat, I don't know. Chat, I don't know. Anything beyond a solid second round team, I don't know. Chat, y'all tell me or say something that inspires confidence to everyone else in Knicks Nation. Y'all inspire everybody else in Knicks Nation um to believe that this team is something beyond a second round team. And I'm talking about as is, not wishing on a star, hoping that we'll get a star because we're not, right? Or a mega star. We're not, right? But I think this team right now is a second round team. Solid. Like, depending on what matchup we get, then we can advance. But, the second round, I think, is about where we are. Now, to me, I think that's a compliment. I think that's a compliment because we started off the season so rough. We started off the season looking so different. We ended last season looking so different. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So for those that think that we are a Eastern Conference finalist, let us know how who will improve so that we can get there. And then that way we can use that as a talking point. As of right now, I think like I said, I think we're a second round team. I don't know if we have the for instance, if Julius Randle gets to the playoffs healthy, do you think Randle will be the X factor that gets this team from the second round to the Eastern Conference Finals? Somebody let us know. Is it RJ? Is it RJ Barrett?
Mm, mm. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna say something just because some people might point this out with that topic with Randall. Randall did play hurt last year in playoffs, but Quickley also was hurt too as well against Bam because of Bam. So
Right.
if we really
Right.
look at it, had we had Quickley, we probably could have won Game 6 and probably would have pushed another game, and
Right.
probably would have won one of those games before that. So I think it's more Quickley because we haven't seen him, against like in a full playoff run, like a full 2 series. So to me, it's Quickley. Quickly, we need him because if he's doing what he's doing now and RJ stays consistent, we're an Eastern Conference Final team because everyone is balanced. It's next man up. The balance of the team of everyone contributing, rebounding, defense, playing.
Wait. So let's pause right there. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So you're saying, if I read this right, that the Knicks are a top 2 team in the East?
No, top 4.
Nah. If you in the Eastern Conference Finals, you're a top 2
You could be
team, right?
you could be a 4th or a 3rd seed because of record and still be in the finals.
No, but regular season record don't mean nothing. Don't mean anything in the playoffs though. When the
Okay,
playoffs start, are you saying because if you say top 3, that means they're a second round team?
I see what you're saying because there's only the top 2 teams are the last one to
Yeah,
make
the
the
top 2
conference.
teams left in
Yeah,
the Eastern Conference
yeah,
play in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah. If we match up with the matchups, yeah, I think we can beat Miami. I think the only team we really have an issue with is Boston. I think Bucks can give us a problem, but we don't know how Dame is going to work with them yet because they haven't really played 20 games. Sixers, I think, are still working out their issues. Next year, Sixers will be a problem, but we can take them this year. Brooklyn, not too worried about them. Atlanta, maybe Atlanta, but I highly doubt it. So the
Yeah.
top teams for me is like really is just Boston and the Bucks because they got Giannis. So I can't really gauge how Giannis and Randall are going to go at it. So and then Brook Lopez's defense against Mitchell's defense, Lopez is better. Sorry.
Okay. 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 That's interesting, man. That's
Because like I said,
interesting.
last year we were a second round team without Quickley. And if
Okay.
he's playing now, those close games we lost to Miami by 4, and then we lost Game 6. Those could be 2 key wins, and we would have been an Eastern Conference Finals team last year.
Okay. Hey, so Corey Lee, if you can hear me, I got a message. It's saying that you're using Chrome and that you should probably put in headphones because Google has a audio bug. So my man is backstage.
Oh, I gotta go clean my gators now because I know we about to get dirty. Shirley.
Everything sound good over there,
Yeah.
Freezy?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, all right. I just want to make
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Freezy,
Yo.
you honestly saying that we're not gonna make it to the Eastern Conference final?
Wait a minute.
You think
What?
that? You think we're not gonna make it to the Eastern Conference final? Do you think we're not gonna make it to the Eastern Conference final? I'm telling you right now, the test is tomorrow, and how we handle these Celtics.
So what do you mean? Like where would you get that from?
What are after tomorrow's results? Like, no, I'm just asking because you
As
just
you
asked.
asked me. Wait a minute. You got an echo.
Oh, okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
You got an echo, bro.
It's the stinking phone. This is my backup phone. 1 second.
Okay.
Go to settings.
Yo yo yo.
Yeah.
Echo echo
Echo. Still echoing?
I was
echo
just gonna say refresh real quick.
echo. Yeah. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. You got it. Echo. Yeah, bro. You got headphones in.
No, I do. How's it sound now? Better?
Headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still got an echo.
I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna just go to my main phone. All right.
Okay. Yeah. That's what BT was
All right.
saying. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man.
I want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah. So the thing about the reason why I say the Knicks are a solid second round team, I'm not saying they won't advance any further. I'm hoping everybody understand what I'm saying, and like don't assume anything. Like just you have to take it literal, like what I'm saying. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like BT, you know how you walk in, you like, ew, what's that smell? And then somebody be like, oh, did you say I farted?
Yeah.
And then the other person be like, are you saying that stink? No. I just asked what that smell was. Like, relax. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Just follow.
Being so defensive so quickly.
Yeah, if we just follow. That's Lee right there. Bim, Lee, what's good?
All right. Better.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Just had to
So
switch
so
devices.
so here's the thing I want to clarify with you because I think you're asking me if I'm saying the Knicks won't make the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what you asked me specifically,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
I kind of
Right.
did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing is, I didn't say that. I
Oh.
said the Knicks are a solid second round team,
Hmm.
right? Right. To assume because you never know. Once the playoff starts, you never know,
For sure.
right? Right. Because what if 8 knocks off a 1 in the other bracket and you get the 8 seed? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So what I'm saying is I'm confident at the moment that the Knicks are a second round team for sure.
Hmm.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like whoever we get in the first round, they're gonna get beat.
Hmm.
Right. But once we get to the second round, I think that's when strategies come in. That's when roster depth comes in. That's where talent comes in. That's
Hmm.
where luck comes in. And
Hmm.
all these different, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. so
Honestly,
but
look, man.
let me ask this. What do you think has to happen with the Knicks in order for us to feel like the Knicks are a solid Eastern Conference team, Eastern
When
ECF team? Like, what has to happen?
for us to be a solid Eastern Conference team,
Eastern
I
Conference
think,
finalist. Yeah,
or just to be an Eastern Conference team or Eastern Conference Finals. Which one?
Eastern Conference finalist.
We're gonna have to do what we got to do to get past the second round. I
Of course.
mean, well, I know that. That's a generic answer. No,
Right.
what I mean, what I meant by that is, number one, stay healthy for real.
Okay.
That's definitely they stay healthy during the. I assume that we have gotten over this this point or part that like the stars are brighter or like the whole glitz and glamour of getting to the next round.
Okay.
We're over that. Like the overwhelming and whatnot, and what the
Okay.
media, I don't know what the media might bring towards us. But
Okay.
outside of that, I just think just more and more experience. The more experience we gain, because I looked at I was just thinking, and everybody was talking about how Denver did it and how organically they did it, and they didn't go star chasing, and they just slowly added a piece here, piece there. They didn't do no major wholesale changes. It came as it went. You know what I mean? What's the word I'm trying to think of? Dang, just things came as they went. Nobody, the GM didn't go out here and feel like, oh, I got to pull this, pull this plug right now to get this guy. There's one guy. There's this guy. You know what I mean? Like this, he's a superstar. I think we got three superstars on our team, three all stars, possibly.
Okay.
And
Okay.
if we do the right thing and we keep everybody happy in the house, you know, the sky's the limit for us. Sky's the limit. I don't see Boston beating us because I
Okay.
mean, like I said earlier today, they barely escaped with that victory against us. Barely,
Barely. The
barely
Jalen
escaped.
the Jalen Brunson call could have of sealed the game for us in our favor.
hmm But but that's the league for us. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
like I remember we were talking earlier. We got to win by 15 to win by one.
Right. Right.
So we're
Bro,
gonna have to go.
it's crazy.
We gotta go put that. We gotta go put them hands on them and get it over with. You
Right.
know, and don't half step. That's the one thing we cannot half step when it comes to Boston or anybody. Even not even that's I didn't even think about Boston. Let's move on to somebody else like Philly or even when we go out west and because we're gonna have to go play Minnesota soon and I heard some apprehension earlier, which I was just sitting there saying to myself, I'm not. Uh, I think we can beat them. Like I said earlier, I really don't see too many teams beating us right now at all, to say the least, at all.
Okay.
And maybe it's my bias, or maybe I'm just crazy, but that's how I see it.
Um, I'll say it like I'm a. First of all, we held it down all summer saying the same thing,
Of
right?
course.
Like we ain't scared of the Bucks. We ain't scared of Boston.
hmm
Back when everybody was shivering, remember during the summertime, people were
Yeah.
saying, "Yo, man, I'm scared of the Bucks, man. It's the Bucks. It's the Bucks."
They
Right?
gonna
And we,
And
bang.
then
They
and
gonna be
then
lit.
same thing with Boston.
Oh
and
yeah,
Like
then
Porzingis.
it's Boston. It's Boston.
and
Right?
what did we show?
And
And what did we show them though, Freezy? We showed them that you know a few favorable calls here and there is how they won the game.
if it was neutral, we'd have won.
Yeah. Of course.
If Randall would have been playing better, we would have won. We only
Yeah.
lost by 4.
Yeah. 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 Hey, and yo, I'm gonna say something to y'all, make y'all laugh. Just let y'all know how the NBA is so favorable to certain teams. Right? How many back to backs have the Knicks played so far? The Knicks
Two,
have played two back to backs on the verge of playing
A third.
three, third, four,
four,
almost
and
four.
this be the fourth, and it'll be the fourth, right? In our
Yeah.
first
By
12
the end of the
games,
month.
right? And then Boston play thus far had one back to back, and they won't play another back to back until next week. It
Hey,
just lets you know how some teams just have a favorable thing.
But that's actually plays in our favor because later on down the line, our schedule is going to line up to where we're not playing that many back to backs.
Right.
I mean, I know what you mean. Right now, we're going to be playing 4 to their probably 2 or 3 for the year. But I'm just saying, like, we get that out the way, we get that experience, and then we could actually start resting up, being better for the playoffs, and actually make a run.
But
But I
what's
was
your
gonna,
win? What's your win loss record look like though?
I think I
Exactly.
would
Since
have
y'all
said
lost back to back.
55. You mean
Nah. Go ahead, PT.
nah?
My
You
bad,
mean
bro.
till the end of the month, like till the
Right.
30th? Okay,
Yeah.
so
My point, but the point I'm getting at is by the time a team like ours go through the gauntlet of back to backs and playing great teams, we're going to be playing catch up to those other teams. So even though the schedule will lighten up, we won't be able to rest guys because we'll be trying to catch the better teams. Whereas Boston is light out the gate, right? I was looking at Boston's schedule. I'm laughing, bro. I'm looking at Boston's schedule. They had Miami, Washington, Indiana, Brooklyn, the Timberwolves. They lost to the Timberwolves too, by the way.
mm-hmm.
They had Philly, they had Brooklyn, and Toronto. And I feel like if we had that schedule, we'd also be 6, 7-2. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's
How
a
you?
good thing, though. I think that's a good thing. It's building our character because we need to
Mm-mm.
work harder. I mean, let's be real. Boston's been in the playoffs the last 6 years. Let's call a spade a spade. We haven't really earned our spot like Boston has. And I know you are right with that. That's what I mean. I'm agreeing with you where there's favoritism to the league. But at the same right, if
Yeah.
I think I'd prefer the win more because we dug it out and we fought harder. I agree with you. There is some
I don't.
favoritism in the league.
Honestly, I don't care how you get the wins, bro. I just want them.
Facts.
Yeah,
Well, forget the
I
morality.
don't want character wins, and I don't want hard earned wins. I just want wins in the win column. You know what I'm saying? Because and not to disparage the point, because I do understand that, but certain teams, man, they don't care, man. Man, Boston don't care about that. Boston won a championship. They don't care about moral victories during the regular season. But to the point that you made about Denver building organic, no, they didn't. I totally disagree with you on that one.
Who me? Me? They built.
Yeah, yeah. Denver didn't build organically, bro. Teams. That's like one of the biggest myths ever.
No, with Murray. What's your boy? The center and
They didn't trade Jokic, and after Murray got hurt, they stayed with Murray. But if you look at the rest of the team, they traded for Aaron Gordon because he
that's
plays with
it.
the Magics. Isis, the guy that played with us, Isis, I forget his name, Isis Thomas, he played with them last year. So a lot of their guys were mix and match plays.
I'm talking about they added. What's his name? The young boy. Porter. Or what's his name? Porter
Right.
from college. The one with the back injury. The Knicks
Yeah.
should. They said the Knicks should have went after in that OB in the OB draft.
Yeah. Yeah. I still think that's a misnomer, bro.
Mm, okay.
You know the reason why I say that is it's a misnomer. It's a myth.
Hmm.
It
All right.
is not because I disparage y'all point or don't agree or am looking to have smoke with y'all. It's
Mm-mm.
just it's the fact that a team that winds up with the league MVP doesn't build organically. They build because they have talent,
Mm.
right? Every team, think about teams that have a league MVP caliber guy is always going to be good, right? They don't man, Denver they grew over time, but Denver knew from day one that Jokic, as soon as he got in the gym, they was like, oh, wait a minute, we got this guy in the second round, we got to steal. As soon as they got him, they traded Miles Plumlee and then they traded Nurkic. They was
Hmm.
getting guys out of
Yep.
Jokic's way because they knew he was talented, bro.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you
Hmm.
get a like say for instance, we could say Cleveland built organically twice, right? They built organically when they drafted Kyrie, when they drafted Andrew Wiggins, when they drafted
Anthony Bennett.
Bennett, when they drafted Dion Waiters, when they drafted Tristan Thompson. that core didn't win crap, right? But you know when they did win a championship,
When they brought LeBron back.
when they brought LeBron back, when they had a league MVP caliber guy, right? And we could say, hey man, Golden State grew organically and blah. I said, no, they did, man. Y'all wasn't saying that when they was drafting Marco Bellinelli. You know what I'm saying? When these dudes was out here drafting the kid out of UCLA, the bust out of UCLA. The dude was so bad I forgot his name. But when Steph Curry became MVP caliber,
Oh,
then
you
they
talking
took
about
off.
our old boy from Louisiana? What's his name? The guard.
No, not Monte Ellis.
Yeah.
Not Monte Ellis. Nah. No. Denver and Golden State didn't build organically because when they was blowing first, okay. Denver built organically, right? Was y'all saying that when they drafted Evan Fournier? I'm waiting. Somebody in the chat tell me Denver built organically when they drafted Evan Fournier.
I didn't know he got drafted there. I thought he was Orlando. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. I think what it is we have this thing is like, we want to see a young core come up together, and then as a matter of fact, did Philadelphia build organically when they drafted Andre Iguodala, Lou Williams, Mo Harkless, Vucevic, Nicholson, who else did they have? They had a Drew Holiday. Did that team win a championship? No. The Knicks need. Listen, I'm all for developing a young core, right? But I'm also all for having a blue chipper in your young core, right? I think if you go the young core route, you have to have at least one Lawrence Taylor type young piece in your young core, right? Right. You gotta. Any Giants fans in the house that remember in the early '80s how the Giants rebuilt their team? The Giants rebuilt their team. They had a running back named Robert Carpenter.
Rob Carpenter.
Rob Carpenter. Yep. They had they drafted a defensive lineman number 75. They drafted a center that wound up playing nose tackle. I forgot his name.
Burt.
No,
Jim Burt.
Was it Jim Burt? D tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they drafted Lawrence Taylor, but they also drafted a lot of players to go around him. So they had a young core, but they had at least one blue chipper in that group. And then they added the outside linebacker, the pass rusher out of Michigan State. Carl Banks.
Yep.
Right? So your young core has to have at least one blue chipper. And I'm not talking about a Knicks blue chipper. I'm talking about an NBA global icon blue chipper.
Like a Luka, like if we drafted Luka Doncic.
Yeah. You got to have. See, the thing about Denver is Denver would have been a nice story, right? But when you have a Jokic makes everything different, right? When you, like, for instance, the reason why Boston is good right now, like Boston has, think about all the young pieces Boston had, right? The Robert Williams, the Romeo Langfords, the Aaron Neesmiths, the Peyton Pritchards. Nobody cares about those young players, bro. They have two blue chippers in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Without Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, nobody cares about Robert Williams and Peyton Pritchard, bro. You have to have blue chippers. You have to have blue chippers in your young core. Right? Nobody who cares about the other stuff. Nobody cares. Right? Nobody cares that Denver drafted Evan Fournier and Jamal Murray. Nobody cares. They drafted Jokic. Everything now they matter. Now they matter, right? Because we're talking about say San Antonio, right? Nobody cares about Sean Elliott, who's probably the nicest human being ever, by the way, right? Nobody cares about Sean Elliott, but they care about Tim Duncan and David Robinson, though. Blue chippers, bro. You got to have at least one. The Knicks have to have at least one blue chipper for the organic young youth movement argument to work. Because if you don't, then your team is not going anywhere. Right? Think about all the young cores the Knicks have had over the course of time since you've been watching. And think about the lack of a blue chipper in that group. And think about how you feel today.
Welcome.
BT, you see what I'm getting at now? Right? What I'm saying. Yeah, because the Knicks drafted, think about this. The Knicks drafted Clee Anthony early, Andy Routins, Landry Fields, Jerrion Grant, Frank Ntilikina, Damian Dotson, Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson. They brought in Alonzo Trier, RJ Barrett, Ignas Brazdeikis, who y'all always forget about, right? Ignas Brazdeikis. You know what I'm saying? They brought in Quentin Grimes, Deuce McBride, Jericho Sims, Rokas Jokibitis, Trevor Keels. And even though RJ Barrett is a great player, and even though Mitchell Robinson is a great player, there's no Kobe Bryant in that group of players that I just named. Nowhere. There's no Kobe Bryant in that group. You know what I'm saying? There's no Tim Duncan in that group. There's no Steph Curry in that group. That, y'all, is the reason why I say the grow organically thing is a wild pipe dream. You can grow organically if you have the right pieces. But if you don't have the right pieces, you have to find that piece. And no disrespect to what the Knicks are doing right now. I feel like the Knicks are a great team right now. But if I was to ask Paris Duggar, could this team win a championship right now as currently constructed, even though Paris Duggar, who knows zero about basketball, will say no, this team is not going to win a championship.
Oh. Oh.
Right? Hey, think
Why
about,
you doing like
when
that?
When the last time you saw an NBA team win a championship without a MVP caliber player on the roster?
That's actually a good question. Well, you could actually say Detroit with Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace.
Right. That was 19 years ago.
I know. Hey, look, I gotta reach.
Yeah, that was 19. Some of the viewers were not even born. You know what I'm saying? Paris Duggar, thank you for the contribution. Paris Duggar says, but organic makes the team more pleasurable to be exciting to go with. Now tight pieces. We've watched this team bring guys here who aren't it for years. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree with Paris Duggar on that one. That's a good point. But when you say we watched the team bring guys here who aren't it, I'm gonna say free agency and the draft because this franchise bought draft picks here that weren't it. Like we forget about Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina was at the game today in street clothes for the Charlotte. Frank Ntilikina. He they won, bro. He they won. Frank Ntilikina is that guy, right? Kev Middleton is in the building. Kev said we should been found a piece by now. We stink for 23 out of 25 past years. We couldn't find one gem. Right. I'm with you. I'm with you on that, bro. It's you need it, and I know everybody wants to feel like or wants me to be wrong, but I'm telling everybody that I want to be wrong also, but this thing is accurate. BT, when have the Knicks in your lifetime, when have the Knicks had the best player in the NBA in his prime?
Well, me and you both agree that Ewing would have been one of those guys, but
No, I'm
besides
talking about
Ewing,
the best in his prime. The best.
I
Not
don't.
one
I don't.
of. I'm talking about one of one.
Well, if I go back, my dad would tell me Walt Frazier, guys like that, but I wouldn't know that till I don't think in my lifetime. No, I'd have to go back to like Walt Frazier and those guys.
But you
Those
can't go
guys,
back that
but you
far because
can't
you
go
weren't
back
that
that
wasn't your era,
exactly.
right?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But
So
the,
for
but the
me, no,
question said, but the question I
no,
asked you was in your lifetime.
no, I don't remember us having one.
Right. Right. That's the point that I'm getting. Lee, what about you? When do you remember the Knicks ever in your lifetime having the best player in the NBA? And not for a
Never,
2 game stretch, but I'm talking about overall.
never, never.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not nitpicking on this Knicks team. I think this Knicks team is pretty good, right? I think this Knicks team is pretty good. And I think Emmanuel Quickley is getting better right before our eyes. I think the front office did an excellent job with Emmanuel Quickley, with RJ, with Mitch. I think the organization did an excellent job developing those three. And I think Quentin Grimes is on the way, right? But I can't say with a straight face that one of those guys is Tim Duncan type.
Nah, as good as RJ's been playing and as good as Quickly's been playing, you can't. Because Tim Duncan knew when to just go off offensively and defensively.
Right. Right. Yeah, man. I'm thinking that, and no disrespect, again, no disrespect to this team because I like the way this team is constructed, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know that, and let me specify or clarify. I like watching this team play, but I do understand that this team is not going to be a championship contender, right? For multiple reasons. I don't have faith in Tibbs. I don't think Tibbs is a championship level coach, and not because I think he's a bad coach. It's just I've never seen him on the cusp of being a champ. You know how you can how you grow to have faith in something when you see them on the cusp. You're like, he almost there. All he needs is such and such. I don't think I've never seen Tibbs almost there. Right? Like I've never seen Tibbs. I don't remember Tibbs coaching in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't remember Tibbs being the head coach in the NBA Finals. And for that reason, I have limited faith in him.
But you could have said the same for Brendan Malone too. Now,
I would have said the same, except he had a blue chipper. You feel me?
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I'm listening. I am listening to you.
Lee, let me ask you, do you know football?
No, I don't know football.
Okay, I'm gonna explain to you a situation. I'm gonna explain to you the Denver Broncos
Okay.
of the 1980s, right?
Mhm.
The Denver Broncos of the 1980s had a squad of the most unmemorable people you've ever seen. They had Sammy Wanda at running back,
Mhm. I
right?
remember him.
Right? They had guys like Mark Jackson at receiver,
Mhm. I remember
right?
him.
Dan Reeves was the epitome of an 11-5 coach. He's going to beat 11 bad to mediocre teams and lose to 5 playoff caliber teams. So
Mm.
he's going to be 11-5 every year, right? Beat the teams he's supposed to beat, teams he's not supposed to beat, he's not going to beat them. But don't you know they had a blue chipper in John Elway that
Mhm.
could cover up for everybody else's mistakes? They call a
Mhm.
bad play, he'll roll out and get blitzed, and he'll just tuck it and just run for 17 yards, pick up a first down,
Mhm.
right? And people will say, well, the line not blocking. No, the line not blocking. It was a terrible play call. And even if the play call was perfect, he didn't have talent. John Elway was the talent. And John Elway willed, and when I say willed, I mean willed
That
to,
2 minute
yeah,
Super Bowl in '86. Yeah,
yeah,
he willed him. He willed him to
yeah,
Super Bowl in
twice.
'86. Yeah. Yeah.
You
After
remember
that, the food.
remember they jumped out to a 14-0 lead on the Redskins and they got smoked.
Yep.
Mhm. Mhm.
And you remember the Giants? They came out in the shotgun, and the Giants is like, "Oh, you gonna let us know you passing? And we got the best pass rush in the game."
Mm-hmm.
You remember that, Lee? Remember the Broncos came out in the shotgun?
Yes, sir.
My point is the Broncos had a lot of pieces in that young core around John Elway, right? They
Mhm.
kept drafting, getting guys, adding guys to that young core, adding guys.
Terrell Davis.
No, not him. He was not
No,
that Denver Broncos. I'm talking
Okay.
about the 80s. I'm talking about the
Oh,
80s
okay. Yeah, my
the
fault.
Denver
mid '80s,
Broncos.
the mid '80s.
Okay. I thought
Yeah,
you were talking
yeah.
about even further. You were going further into it. I was giving up another
No.
example. My fault.
No, not that. No, not that one. That's
Because I remember Terrell
I
Davis
mentioned
was another blue chipper.
right. No, but I'm saying I said
Uh-uh.
specifically this group. Dan Reeves didn't coach that group. Dan Reeves didn't coach that group. They had another coach.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. What I'm saying is this. The thing with Shanahan is Shanahan was the offensive coordinator for Broncos teams for 49ers teams that was going to the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
right? So he had that sensation of building a team. You know what I'm saying? For instance, when Mike Holmgren was the offensive coordinator, Shanahan was the assistant coordinator, quarterbacks coach. And Steve Mariucci was on that staff, and John Gruden was on that staff.
Mhm.
You feel me?
I see what you're
So
saying.
yeah. So what I'm saying is ultimately, the young core idea and the organic thing is not a bad premise. But what I'm saying is you can't have a young core outlined with Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina can't be your crown gem. Just can't be. Just can't. Right? So the Knicks are there, but in my mind, what gets us over the hump is if the Knicks had an Anthony Edwards along with this young group.
Mm.
If you imagine
Mm.
starting Brunson, Anthony Edwards, RJ Barrett, Randall, Mitchell Robinson, and Quickley, and those guys coming off the bench. Now,
Championship team.
yeah, now the way we look at this young core is totally different.
And enough basketballs for that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it ain't that. It's because of how Ant-Man plays. Ant-Man would be, oh, word, I don't need the ball right now. I could go on defense. And the fact that he's his size and his build, he can get to the line too. So it's like having Grimes' defense and RJ's offense times two in one player.
Right. And I think adding talent makes everyone better. Like
Yeah.
when you play unselfish and you add talent, I think it makes everybody better.
And plus, he'll be the first option where the defense has to put their best player on him. So Brunson will get a weaker defender, Randall will get a weaker defender, and then even RJ get a weaker defender. So that'll really, yeah, that'll open up a lot.
Lee, that's why when you ask me, do I feel like this team can make the Eastern Conference Finals? I'm not sure because I don't know what player the Knicks have is going to step up and be that impactful person that gets us to the next level. Do you have confidence that the Knicks have a guy that's going to be that impactful that gets us to the next level?
No, not a guy. We got three guys.
Okay. What about two guys? Remember two guys?
Yeah, we had two guys last year.
Right. Right. I'm talking about the store two guys, man. We used to go get your school clothes from. Bully, you remember two guys? Bully, you remember two guys? Get your school shoes from Favor?
Oh,
No,
come
nobody remember that? Okay, I
I
mean
Y'all
remember
maybe
miss
Favor.
out puppies.
I remember Favors. I remember Buster Brown.
Yeah,
Buster
Buster
Brown.
Browns. That's what I remember.
Yeah, man. Buster Browns. Yeah, man.
I
Yeah,
see
man.
what you're saying, Unc, but I don't think we have that team that blue chip type of player. Because even if RJ does do well, I still don't think that it would be enough. Like RJ, okay, the two guys that are in question for it for me would be Quickly and RJ. But RJ would have to average 25 points, like 10 rebounds and like 6 assists. Like that's me asking a lot from him. When
Well,
right now, all right now I'm asking him to do is just show consistency, and that's the same thing with Quickly because even you said it. You said that Quickly got 9 steals. They just pulled him out the game. So
No. I didn't say nine. I said 9 assists.
9 assists. Sorry, my fault. 9 assists, and they
Right.
pulled him out the game. Like, how is he going to get the opportunity to actually step up if they're doing stuff like that rather than just letting him run?
he just said
So
but he said earlier too to add to that he said that was he said that might have been politics. You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
so. I
no,
think
no, but
so
that's
So
what
too.
I'm saying. So if politics starting to work, how are we going to see the full potential quickly if
no,
he's getting
but
yanked?
bro, it's not even about seeing the full potential quickly. It's dumbing down the market on quickly. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Quickly goes out there and he drops 25 and 15 on 25 minutes of time. That's telling the market and telling everybody else, look what he is, and he's a max player, and gonna offer him X amount more dollars. Now it's gonna be harder for us to match that.
Right. Yeah, quickly is gonna. Yeah,
See,
quickly is
in
a
a minute,
player.
he's a player, bro. He's a player, and
Mhm.
to say the least, he can will us to the second round by himself to some
That,
degree.
that's what I'm asking the chat. I'm asking the chat not to look at it as me bashing the young core. I'm asking the chat to point out the player that's going to help us elevate to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I think the chat is thinking I'm saying that I don't think this is a good team. And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think this is a hardcore second round team. But
Okay,
in order for us to get to that next level, somebody has to step their game up. Somebody.
here's an example. I'm gonna use your earlier example, Hunk. When you said Anthony Edwards, what he do last year against the Nuggets in the playoffs when they were about to get swept in Game 4, he stepped his game up. He changed his game mid-game, took out his offense, went to defense, contributed with steals and blocks, and then stepped his game up to where they got that win. and he did it without Cat. Now, do we have a player that can step their game up that much to do it with, without one of our stars? Like, can Brunson do that, or can RJ do that without Randall, or without the rebounding that we have? So yeah, I see your point.
Yeah. Does health have to be a factor? Do we have to be absolutely healthy to make the Eastern Conference Finals, or do you guys feel like we have enough to sustain bad play from a guy and some injury in order for us to still make the Eastern Conference Finals?
Not like last season. We can't go through that.
We
Okay.
we we need to be healthy, period. Because to be honest with you, I thought Randall was the problem, but then I thought about it. We could use Hartenstein, kind of mix and match, but it's really Hartenstein. Like today, I mean, I know Sims ain't gonna be playing a lot, but how is it that Hartenstein fouls out the game and Charlotte starts to cut into the lead? And then it's like we got Sims out there, we got guys out there that kind of are slacking. So we just need to be healthy and play consistent. Because if we don't have the health of everybody contributing, we're gonna lose. Because we don't have that star yet. We don't have that star yet. Excuse me.
We're not.
Um,
We're not gonna get a star, bro. We want to rock with what
No,
we got.
I'm saying RJ could turn into that. I'm saying quickly, like one of our young guys can. So I'm just saying we haven't seen it yet. So that's what I said. We haven't gotten that star yet.
yeah,
Mm.
but that's okay. All right. Ivory 10, thank you for the comment. Ivory 10 says it depends off of a jump or small three have made our small three have made. RJ, Mitch, and IQ may take us to another level, right? And I'm with Ivory 10 on this one, right? When you say what can help us get to that next level, say Eastern Conference Finals, I think it's just like what Ivory 10 said. I'm going to leave RJ out of that one because I think RJ is a part of the big three of Brunson, Randall, RJ. But IQ and Mitch may be the two that helps us get to that level of dominance. Because in order to be in that final four, the last four teams remaining, you have to have at least one dominant guy doing something dominant in my mind, whether it's scoring or 3-point shooting or whatever it is. And if the Knicks can split that into two, right, and have it just be Mitch defensively and say IQ offensively, even though IQ is a great defensive player too,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if you can get that to go along with a consistent Brunson, RJ, and Randall in the playoffs, that might be what it takes for us to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's what it is. But I can't depend on that though. You know why?
Why?
Because we hadn't seen it consistently yet.
And also injuries. I hate to bring
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We just hadn't seen it yet. So I'm not bashing the team. I think we're in a great place.
Mm-hmm.
Big Greeny in the building. Yo, Alawai says, just don't show that pasta salad ever. That's bully. That's bully, bro. That wasn't on me. That's bully. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if
Oh no! Don't do that again, fam.
I just Bully said
Well, he said he wanted the recipe on the low.
Bully. Okay, yeah, Bully wanted the recipe on the low, bro. That's what I think. This is it. This is it. Yeah, Bully, come on, man. What we doing, man? Bully, what are you doing? What is this?
What?
But what is that?
Is
Yo,
that a
look at all that
cooler?
celery. What you doing? Feeding the giraffe? Yo, she put the carrots in there straight out the bag. She putting the stuff straight out the pack. Ain't watched none of that. Yo, olives straight out the can. Oh my God, bro.
How you gonna mix that in?
Oh my God, bully, come on,
Did
bully.
she be the cap there too?
Bully, come on. She put the whole thing of salt in there. Oh my goodness, bully. No. No, bully. No. We can't ever. No, man. And she's still adding stuff. And
and put them dirty hands in there.
yeah, and she putting stuff in there straight out the bag. Come on, man. Bully, come on, bro.
You didn't even boil the pasta, like.
Bully, come on, man.
Nah, that was already cooked, bro.
I don't know. I'm just saying she opened stuff straight out the bag. She probably did it with the pasta too.
Oh my goodness, man. Dang, bully. Come on, bro. Oh man.
Yo, look, Grandma said no cool. Not cool.
Yeah. Come on,
Oh God, Grandma said not cool.
Come on, bully.
Oh God.
That's
Oh
what I mean.
God.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. I just can't. And then when I saw the location, said Bedford-Stuyvesant, I was like, no, that can't be right.
Oh God.
You know how they have the little pin, the little red pin for location? Bedford-Stuyvesant. Come on, bro. That can't be Bed-Stuy, bro.
Yo, East Blue Drew said COVID salad.
Yeah. Yo, I never, bro. Wow. Wow.
Now I gotta believe my mom. I really believe my mom when she says she go to other people's house and she don't even eat their food. Now I know why. Cause I gotta
Oh
see how you
God.
prep that food, man. You doing stuff like that?
Oh
I
God.
gotta see how you make that.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah, man. I
Oh
can't believe.
God.
I
Oh
can't
God.
believe. I can't even believe what I'm looking at. But anyway, on that note, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Thank y'all for rocking with us. I just wanted to make everybody laugh these last few minutes. Shout out
New
to
York, go, New York,
Bedford-Stuyvesant
go.
and the way that they do they pasta salad in the
Yo.
igloo cooler out in the park. You know,
In
Hey,
Prospect
that's
Park.
Yelp's top 10 right there. That's that recipe from Yelp, man. Top 10 right
man.
there.
Yeah.
Top 10 from Yelp. Oh my God.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah, man.
Have a good one.
Hey, thank y'all for rocking. Hey, I'm getting ready to go over to Vibes and stuff, everybody. I'm going to go over there.
This shame to kill.
So if y'all wanna hang out with us over there, we'll be over there in like 3 minutes.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Peace, everybody.
All right.